The Lumens DC170 is a document camera used in a number of CQUniversity learning spaces. Most folk will use the DC170 to display a document or other object. However, it can also be used to capture images and videos. The DC170 normally has two cables, a power cable and a cable to carry the output image. At CQUniversity, the output image will normally be carried over an HDMI cable. The DC170 has a small gooseneck for a lamp, a larger gooseneck for the camera, second lamp, and buttons to refocus the output image, and 10 buttons on the base to turn the device on and off, refocus the image, control the lamps, zoom in and out, capture images and video, play back captured images and video, open a menu of options, more on that in a moment, and change the output source, not used in any standard CQUniversity learning space. The DC170 has a remote control, but it will not normally be available at CQUniversity. If you need the remote control, contact Teaching Technology Support. The DC170 supports the use of SD cards to remove captured images and videos. A user guide is available as an online resource for all CQUniversity teaching spaces using a DC170. Section 6.1 of the user guide describes buttons on the document camera and remote control. At CQUniversity, the DC170 output image is viewed on the control panel by selecting Document Cam. Touching the presentation window on the control panel will display that image full screen. The DC170 zoom is a combination of optical and digital zoom. The digital zoom can be disabled. Pressing Menu adds a menu of options to the output image. Press Menu again to remove those options. To select a menu option, use the left, down, right, up, and enter buttons. Those buttons are also used in playback. Press Capture to save an image. Press Playback to see thumbnails of captured images. Then use up, left, down, right, and enter buttons to view a captured image. Press Menu to exit playback. Section 6.2 of the user guide describes all menu options. They are autofocus or auto tune, slideshow to show saved images as a slideshow, press enter to pause the slideshow, press menu to exit the slideshow. The menu has a pan option to pan around within a zoomed image. There is a manual focus option, a settings option, more on that in a moment, a PIP or picture-in-picture option to show the live image as a picture within a captured image, good for comparing images, a rotate option, more on that in a moment, a lamp option to control the lamps, an option to control image brightness, one to switch between photo and text mode. Text may be more readable in text mode. The menu also has a mask option to mask part of the image. Use up, down, left, right buttons to move the mask. Press Menu for more options. Press Enter to clear the mask. There is also a spotlight option to highlight part of the current image. Use up, down, left, right buttons to move the spotlight. Press Menu for more options. Press Enter to clear the spotlight. The menu also has a mode option to set up the camera for different uses, including one for use with a microscope. And finally, there is a zoom option. Setting options are grouped into capture, storage, control, and advanced options. Capture options include one to set the capture mode to single image, time lapse to capture a sequence of images, or video. Storage options include one to delete all saved images. Select yes and press enter. Control options include one to turn off the digital zoom. And there are also more advanced options. All menu options are described in section 6.2 of the user guide. Finally, the rotate option may be useful. Normally, lifting the camera head produces inverted images. Use the flip option to capture those images correctly. This may be useful for capturing content on a whiteboard. We hope you enjoy using the Lumens DC170. The Lumens DC170 is a document camera used in a number of CQUniversity learning spaces. Most folk will use the DC170 to display a document or other object. However, it can also be used to capture images and videos. The DC170 normally has two cables, a power cable and a cable to carry the output image. At CQUniversity, the output image will normally be carried over an HDMI cable.